Weekly rotation time. Yes, it's that time of the week once more. I'm a few days late, but these are the 7 fragrances that I wore throughout the past week. Let's jump into it. Yo, what's up guys? Tim here, welcome back to another video today. I'm here down in my kitchen where it's much cooler and much more enjoyable to film than my bedroom. I don't know why I added that little bit for you guys, but hey, now you know I love filming downstairs. All right, so these are 7 fragrances that I have been wearing throughout the week. Now I've worn many more fragrances than 7 because I'll test them all over the place, but these are the 7 that I distinctively remember that I wore. First one right here is Jean Paul Gaultier's La Malle. Yeah, the classic La Malle. This one I actually wore yesterday. Yeah, I bought this one finally after so many years of not owning it. I always knew what it smelled like. I always liked it, but now having owned it and finally giving it some wear after so many years is honestly, I feel like it smells a little dated. Yeah, it doesn't smell like it has that same level of magic. That might just be due to reformulations over the years, but it is just okay to me now. You buy a new bottle of La Malle, it's just okay now. I don't really recommend you pick up a bottle of this one. This one I wore, I think 3 to 4 sprays of. It was already kind of late at night. My girlfriend really liked the opening of this one, but she finds the dry down a little bit boring. It kind of came across a little bit more generic as it dries down, and for me, I just find the DNA a little bit too plain nowadays in today's market with the the lavender, vanilla, mint. I get it, but for me, the flankers have now overtaken the original for sure. I like Eau Fraiche much better. The mint in there, the vanilla in there is to me much more pronounced than in here. Ultra Malle, love that one a lot with the addition of the pear, the sweetness, the juvenile kind of mass appeal sweetness. I love everything about that one. Love that one more. Essence de Parfum, although a big detachment from this one, still love it. Le Beau Male, the new Le Beau Male, I would say even that one I like more than the original La Malle, and I didn't really like that one all too much. So yeah, La Malle, it's all right. Would I wear it more times in the future? I'm gonna tell you guys now, probably not. It's just that it's getting a little bit too boring for me. Next one here, Spicebomb Night Vision Eau de Parfum. I actually just wore this one again today, and I wore it once a few days ago. This one to me, the opening is good. I like the opening, has a really kind of nutty DNA to it. It still has that mass appealing sweet DNA, but in the dry down, it kind of becomes even more generic. To me, I don't really like the Night Vision Eau de Toilette or this one all too much. I feel like it's too much of a detachment from the original Spicebomb DNA. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. The way it's done here is just a little bit too generic. You can tell they're trying to go for that kind of mass appeal vibe, the modernness, the sweetness that's in a lot of fragrances, in a lot of Invictus inspired fragrances. Nothing wrong with that, but it just makes for a very generic fragrance, especially if you consider that this thing is like 90 bucks or 100 bucks plus, and at discounters, you're not gonna find it for really that much cheaper. So you're gonna be paying 80 plus, I would say, for a smell that's similar to an Invictus kind of on steroids with some nuttiness, which is to me, a no-go for sure. This one I wore 4 sprays of and it lasts a long time. Like, it's lasting on me right now. It's still going strong after like 6-7 hours. So this one is gonna last with you 9-10 hours. I have no doubt about that at all. If you're looking for something that has extreme performance, I guess, with a really mass appealing smell, you might wanna look at this one. But again, for the price, there are many more options you can go for with a DNA that's just as mass appealing as this one. Next one I wore right here, it's gonna be L'Homme Idéal. Cool, yeah, I wore this one actually a couple times throughout the week. This fragrance surprised me in 2 different ways. Number 1, my girlfriend absolutely loved this fragrance off me. Off my skin, it radiates so attractively. I have no clue what happened, but off my skin, it just works like magic. My skin chemistry and this fragrance is just the perfect pair, I guess. And number 2 is that with it being a creamy, almondy fragrance with mint, I did not expect it at all to work as well as it does in the super high heat, but it does. It kept me refreshed for the first like 3 or 4 hours of wearing this fragrance. So that's a pretty big deal, man. When it comes to super high heat fragrances, I want something that keeps me cool, keeps me refreshed, keeps me invigorated, and this thing does the job 100% really well. So that surprised me a lot, and again, my girlfriend loves this one as well, so it's growing on me. It's definitely growing on me a lot. So yeah, try this one out. This one I wore 5 spray up, and it lasted on me around 6 or 7 hours, which is pretty good for a summer type fragrance, so no complaints there as well. Next one I wore here is another Spicebomb fragrance. We have Spicebomb Extreme. I actually wore this one right after I wore the Night Vision Eau de Parfum, because the Night Vision Eau de Parfum made me so depressed that I had to put on something good from the same line. And I love this, by the way. I love this a lot. My one mistake was I wore this on probably one of the hottest days of the week. I didn't know it was gonna be that hot that day, so it was cloying to say the least. Throughout the time I was in the office, I was filming videos at the office, I was just a little bit like choking myself out because this fragrance was so strong. But I like the DNA a lot. No one complained around me, which is a good thing. Normally they would if my fragrance sucks. I tell them to complain if my fragrance sucks so I can accurately judge how mass appealing a scent is. No one complained about this one. All good to go, but it was really choking me out there. But yeah, I like this one a lot. It's a really nice gourmand version of the original Spicebomb. It has a lot of sweetness. The vanilla has warm spices that's very different from the original Spicebomb in terms of how they both feel. This one feels rich, original Spicebomb feels dry. So yeah, more rich, more gourmandish, slightly bit more romantic than the original. Like this one a lot. I might like the original just a little bit more, but this one is a banger from the same collection. And oh yeah, I only wore 3 sprays of this one and it lasted on me 8+ hours. No complaints there, just don't wear it like me in the hot weather times. Next one I wore is Mont Blanc Starwalker. This one I go heavy on. I wear like 7-8 sprays of this one because the performance is not good. And that's really the only reason why not a lot of people talk about this one. Is because it's very fleeting. It will last on you maximum 5 hours if you have good skin chemistry. If you moisturize your skin, you do everything right, and you put this fragrance on, it's gonna last on you maximum 5 hours. If your skin is dry, don't even think about this one because it's gonna be extremely fleeting. But the smell itself is to die for. At least for the first 1 to 2 hours of wearing this, you're gonna smell like a god. Yeah, like an office god. You're like the best smelling office worker of all time type of smell. I love the DNA that's in here. It's subtle, it's attractive, has a clean office DNA, but with a little bit of that kind of like something that just pulls you in more and more as you smell it. It is quite unique and also extremely affordable. So I love this one a lot. It's one of my fragrance obsession of 2020. So yeah, try this one out if you have not done so yet. I would say if you're gonna wear this, I recommend spraying it on your clothes as well. It might help it last a little bit longer. So yeah, Mont Blanc Starwalker. My girlfriend actually really loves this one as well. So really good stuff. Next one right here, we have Diaz & Durga's Bowmaker. Yes, Diaz & Durga's Bowmaker. Please focus camera. This one I wore once last week. It has a really strong woody vibe. A wood shop type of heavy kind of woody fragrance, I guess. It's just really woody. That's what I'm trying to come across here. It's that it is extremely woody and artistic. It's not gonna be the one that's gonna get you any compliments. I would say is not at all mass appealing scent. Is one of those scents that you wear for yourself in a way. There might be a select few that enjoys this one off you, but it is by no means a mass appealing scent. This is purely for the arts and for those of you who wants to collect something that is extremely unique, photorealistic type fragrances. This one is a really good one. If you're a fan of woody fragrances in general, this one is one that I highly suggest you try because it will test your love for woody fragrances for sure. Last one right here, sliding in, we have Monsieur's Aviation Club. This one is a really nice tobacco fragrance. Tobacco, coffee, some citrus in here. It's very light. When you think of tobacco and coffee as a note, you don't think of something that is super airy and very like effervescence or slightly even a bit atmospheric, but it is, man. It smells so gorgeous. The tobacco is just kind of like lingering or sprinkled throughout the air alongside a little bit of sweet coffee. The citrus adds a zestiness that really makes it shine in the heat. And this is one that smells 100 times better in the air. If you smell this one too close, you might find that it smells a little bit sour off your skin due to how the citrus works with the other notes, but in the air, super, super attractive scent. It's one that I've been hunting for years. I smelled this the first time in 2017 in New York City, and I've been hunting down a bottle ever since. It really goes on and off of online stores. Sometimes it'll be sold out, sometimes it'll be on. I finally was able to catch this one when it was in stock, and I have some money to spare, so bought it. Monsieur's Aviation Club, extremely, extremely amazing fragrance, especially if you like tobacco. And the best part, I believe, is under $100. I think it's only $95 for this size bottle. For a niche quality fragrance, that is, a really good price. Just for comparison, this and this cost the same. Just saying. Alright guys, that's it for this weekly rotation video. Leave down in the comment section below which fragrances you wore throughout the week. Share your rotation. Yeah, I would love to know. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace and bye.